Some people earn average money and somehow always feel fine. No side hustle, no inheritance, no secret income source. Just consistently fine. And then there are people earning twice as much who are somehow always stretched thin. Same economy, different outcomes. The difference isn't what they earn, it's what happens to their money the second it lands. There are really only two financial patterns people fall into over a lifetime. In the first one, every time income goes up, lifestyle goes up with it. Better salary, better apartment, better car, nicer phone. Everything improves, but nothing actually gets easier because expenses rise at the same pace as income, sometimes faster. That's called lifestyle inflation, and most people are living inside it without realizing it. In the second pattern, income goes up, but lifestyle stays mostly the same. The extra money doesn't immediately turn into upgrades, it sits, it builds, it quietly creates space. Here's what makes lifestyle inflation dangerous. None of it feels excessive while it's happening. A phone upgrade feels reasonable. Moving to a better area feels like progress. Eating out more often feels like a reward you earned. Each individual decision makes sense, but together they permanently raise the floor of what your life costs to maintain. And because the changes happen gradually, it never feels like a choice. It just feels like life. That's the trap. It looks like growth from the outside, but financially, it's a treadmill moving faster each year. Quietly wealthy people follow one principle almost without thinking. Just because you can upgrade your life doesn't mean you automatically do. That gap between being able to spend and choosing not to is where financial stability actually lives. It's not a dramatic decision. It doesn't require sacrifice. It's just a pause. Money comes in, it sits. It isn't immediately converted into lifestyle. And that pause changes everything. Because once spending stops being automatic, your financial pressure stops scaling with your income. Most financial change doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from small, repeated choices that most people never notice. Not replacing something just because a newer version exists. Not treating every raise like permission to upgrade. Not converting every convenience into a permanent monthly cost. Not spending out of habit. Over years, these quietly accumulate into something powerful. Space, savings, options, the ability to say no to things that don't work for you. That's what financial freedom actually feels like in real life. Financial peace doesn't come from income alone. It comes from how much of your life depends on that income staying high. When your lifestyle is simple, one bad month doesn't become a crisis. An unexpected expense doesn't spiral. You're not maintaining a growing system, you're just living. And that creates a kind of quiet control that a high salary alone can't guarantee. Two people, similar salaries, 10 years later, completely different financial positions. One is constantly stretched, not extravagant, just stretched. The other is comfortable, without drama. The difference isn't intelligence or opportunity, it's how fast their lifestyle expanded every time their income grew. One system consumed income the moment it arrived. The other let it accumulate first. That difference compounds quietly, and it shows up not in what people own, but in how they feel. Real financial strength is often invisible. No signal, no performance, just a low-pressure relationship with money. The less your life depends on constant upgrades, the more freedom you have when things change. Job loss, unexpected costs, life decisions. That flexibility doesn't announce itself, but internally, it feels like something most people are chasing without knowing it. Most people aren't struggling because they earn too little. They're struggling because their lifestyle quietly expands every time their income does. Once you see that pattern, the goal shifts. Not to earn more endlessly, but to make sure your life doesn't automatically get more expensive every time it does. Because real financial control isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much of it you actually keep as space, as options, as peace. If this made you think about your own money habits, the next video goes deeper into how to actually set this up without feeling deprived. Watch that next.